in this data frame, what you can do is you can group by the car ID and the lot ID, then perform a sum of the fee paid to get the total fee paid by the lot. Then you sum the hours, you get the total. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding calculate parking fees and duration. The difficulty level of this question is medium, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads, we are given a table called parking transactions with 5 different columns: lot ID, car ID, entry time, exit time, and fee paid. The combined columns lot ID, car ID, and entry time is the primary key, that is combination of columns with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains the ID of the parking lot, the ID of the car, the entry and exit times, and the fee paid for the parking duration. We are asked to write a solution to find the total parking fee paid by each car across all parking lots, the average hourly fee rounded to 2 decimal places paid by each car, also the parking lot where each car spent the most total time. Return the result table ordered by car ID in ascending order. Okay, note, test cases are generated in such a way that an individual car cannot be in multiple parking lots at the same times, which makes sense. Okay, let's go through this example. So here we have various lots and various cars and their entry times, exit times, and the fee paid. So if we look at car ID 1001, so car ID 1001 is present in lot 1, lot 2, and lot 3. In lot 1, how much time this has spent? So between 8 to 10:30, so 2.5 hours, and then between 11 to 12:45, that is 1.75 hours. And what is the total fee paid? So 5 plus 3, 8, and that is for 1001 in lot 1. Now you want for every car ID, what is the total fee paid? So if you look at just the total fee paid column, how will we get that? So for 1001, you have basically 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. So if you sum this, 5 plus 3, 8, plus 6 plus 6, 14, and then 4, 18. So if you look at 1001, the total fee paid is 18, and then how can you get the average hourly fee? The total fee paid divided by the total hours they have spent in all the lots, and then you also need to get the most time in the lot they spent. Okay, so just solve this question, what we can do is, let me switch to Excel so that I can visually drive you to the logic that we can have in this question. So here, this is the parking transactions table that we have. So lot ID, car ID, entry time, exit time, and fee paid. Now, if you think about it, what all 3 columns that we want in our output? We want for every car ID, what is the total fee paid? Can you get the total fee paid from this? Yes. What you can do is simply group by the car ID and sum the fee paid, and that is going to give you the total fee paid. So no issues there. But if you look at the second column, it says average hourly fee. So obviously, to get the average hourly fee, you need the total fee paid, which you can get, we just saw, by summing the fee paid column. But you also need to get the total hours. And now in the table that we currently have, there is no hours column. So obviously the first step should be to get the hours between basically the entry time and exit time. What is the hours spent in the lot? So the first step should be, let's add the hours column. Okay, once we have the hours column, then can we get the average hourly fee? Yes, because we get the total fee paid and then we divide by the total number of hours the car has spent in total, and that is going to give us the average hourly fee. Now you also need the third column as most time in the lot. Now, if you get the hours part, right? So now once you have the hours column added, then can you get in which particular lot a particular car has spent the maximum hours just by looking at it? Yes, right? So but what you need to do is you need to group by the car ID as well as the lot ID to basically get, okay, this car 1001 in lot ID 1 has spent in total 2.5 plus 1.75 hours, right? So you need to get that. So let's start with, firstly trying to get the hours part. So what we can do is, from this table called parking transactions, so from this table called parking transaction, let us keep all the columns. So select star and then use the timestamp difference function. So basically it will say that, okay, you need the difference between 2 timestamps and in which unit you want it. So this you can directly calculate the hour as well, but the problem is it won't come out correct. Let me just show you right now. So if I say, okay, I want the difference in hour, and then I want the difference between entry time column and the exit time column, and let me alias this as, so as hours. Okay, let me go ahead and run this and let's see what do we get in our output. So now if you look at it, right, so here you have, let me just drag it to the left. So here, right now, if we look at it, right, so what is the difference between 1st of June 2023, 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.? The hours should be 2.5, but if you look at it, it is only showing you 2, right? So this is not the correct way to do this. So what you can do is you can get the seconds, so second, and then divide this by 3600 to get the hours. So if I go ahead and run this now, it is going to give us the correct hours, right? So 2.5 hours, 1.75 hours, and so on. Okay, now what we are going to basically do is we have this data frame here, right? So we have this. Let's alias this as a table called CTE, which is basically a common table expression. So how we write that? With name of the common table expression, so with city as, and then this entire thing goes into parentheses, right? Let me just bring this hours to the right. Okay, so once we have this, then what is the second step that we came up with? We need the hours parked by the lot. So in this data frame, what you can do is you can group by the car ID and the lot ID, then perform a sum of the fee paid to get the total fee paid by the lot. Then you sum the hours, you get the total hours spent by the lot, right? And that is how you can get the hours parked by the lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that, okay, from this common table expression, so from this CTE, let me just drag it down. Okay, so from this common table expression, group by the car ID and then the lot ID. Let me return the car ID and the lot ID, and then sum the fee paid to give me the total fee paid of the lot, because we are grouping by car and lot. So for every car and every lot, what is the total fee paid? And then you sum the hours to get the parking hours by the lot. So let me just bring it down so that it's easier for us to read. So parking hours by the lot, right? Okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So if we look at it now, so we have for every car ID and lot ID, what is the total fee paid and the number of parking hours. Okay, so we have that. Okay, for car ID 1001, in lot ID 1, the total fee paid was 8 and 4.25 hours were spent. Okay, now let me just drag it to the right and see what all can we get from this in the output. Okay, so in the output, what we need is we need 3 different columns. What is the total fee paid? Can you get the total fee paid from his? For every car ID? Yes. If you group by the car ID and get the sum of the total fee paid, it is going to give you the total fee paid. For example, if you look at 1001, what is the total fee paid? 18. How can you get that? 1001, it's basically 8 plus 6 plus 4, right? So you can get that. Can you get the average hourly fee? Yes. You get the total fee paid each lot, so you sum that, so that is 18 divided by, if you sum the total hours, so 4.25 plus 1.25 plus 2, and you divide the sum of the total fee paid by the total parking hours, that is going to give you the average hourly fee. And can you get the most time in the lot? So just by looking at it, yes, you can see that 1001 has spent the maximum hours in lot ID 1 and 1002 has spent the maximum time in lot ID 2. So you can in a way do that, but what you basically need to do is you need to rank. So for every car ID in decreasing order of parking hours lot, rank them, so that rank equal to 1 is assigned to the maximum parking duration for every car ID. So what you can do is, let me just drag it to the down and drag it to left. Basically, either you can store this entire thing in another common table expression CTE2, or you can basically rank here only. So you can do, let's use the dense rank function. So dense rank and then over partition by, why we are using partition by? The car ID, because for every car you need, so right now you have this table, in mind and try to write the rank function. So for every car ID, if I drag it above, so for every car ID, so for example 1001, you have 3 rows. So this first row, second row and third row, mind will become the partition number 1. partition by the car ID, then order by the parking hours lot. So parking hours lot is basically sum of the hours. So order by sum of the hours column descending manner, because we want the maximum to be at 1, and let's alias this as rnk. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now if you look at it, so we have for 1001, this is the maximum time they spent. So rank 1, 2, 3, and then rank 1 and 2. So now once you have this, so let me go back. So here you had this one, and then we have the second common table expression that for every car ID and the lot ID, what is the total fee paid for the lot, what is the total hours spent in the lot, and the rank. Once we have this, then by this, can you get all the 3 columns now? If we look at, let me just drag it to the right, and then let's see and compare. So if we look at this now, can you get the total fee paid? Yes. Group by the car ID, sum the total fee paid lot, you can get the total fee paid lot. Average, again, the sum divided by the total of the parking hours, that also you can get. And can you get the most time in the lot? Yes. Keep only those rows where rank is equal to 1. That is going to give you the lot ID for every car ID where they spend the maximum amount of hours. So what we can do is, here, let's store this entire thing in common table expression 2. So CT2 as this entire thing goes into parentheses. Let me just drag it to the left so that it's easier. And then what you basically do is, let me just bring it above. Yeah, then what we are basically doing is, from this common table expression to CT2, so this is CT2, what we are doing is, for every car ID we want it, right? So group by the car ID, then return the car ID, then sum the total fee paid for the lot, and that is going to give us total fee paid, right? If we look at it, this is the column that we want, total fee paid. Then we want the average hourly fee. So you basically do sum the total fee paid and divide this by sum of the parking lot hours, right? So let me just bring it down. So divided by the sum of parking lot hours. So that is, so this numerator is going to give you the total fees paid, and this is going to give you the total hours spent, and that is going to give you the average hourly fee. So let's alias this as average hourly fee. And then how can you get this column, most time in the lot? So if you look at it, if we say case when rank is equal to 1, get the lot ID, else you assign the value 0. So obviously here in this case for cards 1001, you will be having rank equal to 1 for lot ID 1. So lot ID will be 1, and then for all the 2 cases it will be 0, and you sum that up. So 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. So you see at the end you will get, for car 1001, lot ID 1 has the maximum parking hours spent. If you look at 1002, what is rank equal to 1? It will be 2, and then this is going to be 0. So 2 plus 0 is 2, so it will assign you. So you see, how can we get the lot ID? By using case when and the sum part. So we do case when rank is equal to 1, then you keep the value in the lot ID column, else you assign it as 0. Since you start a case when statement, you end it, and then you perform the sum, and that is going to be, let's alias this as the most time in the lot. So most time lot. Let me go ahead and run this. Okay, so if we look at it, now what we have is car ID, total fee paid, average hourly fee, and the most time in the lot. If I just, let me just drag it to the right. So what we basically have right now is, you have the total fee paid, correct? Average hourly fee, the question asks us to round this to 2 decimal places. So let's try to do that. And then you have this one as correct as well. So what you basically need to do is, let's round this to 2 decimal places. So round this entire thing to 2 decimal places. So comma 2, Let me go ahead and run this again now. So here, if you look at it, still not complete, even though this says accepted, but actually there is still one thing that needs to be done. You need to order this by car ID in ascending order. So order by car ID in ascending order. Let me go ahead and run this now. So now this says accepted. Our output is exactly same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit to pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted and this is how we do it. So let me just, drag it to the left so that the entire solution is visible to us in one go. So this is the entire solution as it looks right now. So what we basically did was we firstly calculated the hours. Let me just switch back to this. So we calculated the hours because that is the first step of the logic that we wanted. Then we got the hours parked by lot. So for every lot, how much fee was paid by the car ID and the total hours spent. Then we ranked them. And then based on that, we got the total fee paid, average fees, as well as the lot in which the car spend the maximum amount of time. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know in the comment section if there is a better way or more efficient way to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.